Y'all's #1 question is, all of a sudden everybody is hopping on a little hate train towards me and I didn't even do anything. It was getting to a point where I couldn't post anything in peace. My comments would be flooded with all type of negativity. My DMs would be flooded with all type of negativity. This year started out very, very, very rocky for me. Let me tell you when everything started going downhill. I do not know how I am still standing. I don't know how I am here smiling open out of it. I don't make up. Honestly, at one point, because so many things were happening, but it just not disappear.
We interrupt this program with a special announcement. In this mystery box is not a perfume but a room diffuser from the one and only Dossier. As always, the packaging is so simple and cute. This was my first time actually seeing a room diffuser or ever even using one. I picked the Amberry Vanilla scent because why not? It's the first scent I'll always try when it comes onto Dossier. So you just screw the top off, take out the inside cap, put the top back on, then insert the reeds. After letting it soak for a little, then you flip the reeds upside down, and voila! The scent took me by surprise, and I have to say I might like it more than the candle. It also lasts a lot longer. So if you want to test it out, make sure you click the website link in my description box and use my code Shelby5 for some dollars off your order. Thanks so much to Dossier for sponsoring this segment of the video.
What's up, Seashells? It's Shelby and welcome back to my channel! I have not said that in so long, it is embarrassing. If I say I knew exactly what I was gonna come on here and say today, I'd be lying because I don't. And for some reason, I'm a little nervous. It's feeling like this is my first time ever filming a YouTube video, and yeah, just sit with the dog. You can see a little change. Girl hair has grown. I can put it in a little style. So, as the title suggests, we're gonna be doing my makeup while we have a little discussion, a little catching up. If you're new to this channel, once again, my name is Shelby, and if you're a returning subscriber, thank you for not unsubscribing. Thank you for coming back. Y'all missed me, I hope. I've been getting thirsts in my DMs for me to come back. So here I am. Without further ado, don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And let's just get on with this conversation. First things first, if you guys don't know Uche Natori on TikTok, the girl that does her makeup to the gods, I have been taking a little bit of her tips and tricks and techniques and applying it to my own makeup, and I must say, there has been a difference. In your hands, in your hands, the world is yours. So, we said we're gonna talk, so let's talk. Now, I know the #1 question, or probably not the #1 question to you guys that are nosy and are here for the first time, but for my actual subscribers, my actual Seashells, y'all's #1 question is, where have I been? What have I been doing? And why haven't I been vlogging? I do my brows first. Let me do my brows and then I come back because I need to concentrate a little bit harder on my brows before I start this conversation. So I got this new Makeup by Mario concealer. I've been dying to try it. So today is the day. Just a little bit. I think I did a good job as it relates to the shade because I had the e.l.f. Camo concealer in the shade Gem Sand. This is what it looks like, right? And this is what the Makeup by Mario one looks like. So I think I did a good job. Why I decided to take a break, or why I've been gone from YouTube for so long. There are actually a number of reasons. So I initially put out a video at the beginning of the year, you know, new year, new me, blah, 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 blah. We all know the drill, right? And then after I did that video, I I kind of just sat back and I thought about some things, and I realized that I wanted to do things differently this year. I wanted something new for my channel. So I don't really want to do entirely new content, but I want to bring it off in a different way. So let's say, for example, if I'm going to do weekly vlogs, I don't want it to just be the same exact thing every single week. I don't want it to be a case where people can literally study my routine, or people say, oh, I know what she's going to do in this video next. She's going to do this, and then she's going to go do her nails, and then she's going to go sit down in her room and mope and brood and do whatever. I don't want that to be the case. So I was really trying to brainstorm and think, okay, what can I do differently? I know that I can edit. I know that I can probably edit things differently, but what can I do? Like, what can I put in the thumbnails? What can I put in the title that will make people want to click on my channel? Because really and truly, and it's just the truth, if I had started my YouTube channel in 2020 during COVID time when everybody just started their channel and was popping off, I would have been further along. Along with the algorithming and doing what it's not supposed to do, it's kind of very hard for me to quote unquote compete. So I have to work 10 times harder than these new age YouTubers, and I've come to accept that. It's fine. It's fine. I've just been kind of at the drawing board trying to figure out what I want to do differently. And then I just told myself that I need a break. I have been going overdrive. I have a lot on my plate, and content, or the lack of content, was getting to me. I really just needed to step back and really think about what I wanted to do. Do I have it all figured out yet? No. But in the meantime, here we are. Another thing that I was also thinking about was, I don't know, I kind of felt like I didn't know what my purpose was in this space anymore, but I think I was lying to myself. I have a feeling I know what my purpose is, and I think a lot of people know what my purpose is and what I bring to the table or what I can offer, but I am too scared to do it. I don't know what I'm afraid of. There are literally people with a lot less knowledge than me doing the exact same things that I want to do, and you know why they're thriving? Because they're not afraid. I really don't know why I'm afraid to promote myself. I don't know why I'm afraid to promote my talents, my skills. I don't know why I'm so scared to put out my services. I can do so many things. I do a lot of things and I don't promote it, and that is why I am stuck. I guess I just don't want people to be talking about me in a negative light. That is one thing that I always just did not want for myself. And if you follow my spam page, I touched on it a little bit, where I was reminding everyone, or reminding the people over there, that once upon a time I did say in a YouTube video, or probably a few, that I didn't want to blow up on YouTube because I didn't want the negativity. So said, so done. So said, so done. Wow, this foundation is actually not my shade. It is a little bit too red. I just realized that all of a sudden everybody is hopping on a little hate train towards me, and I didn't even do anything. I just sit here, I mind my business, I post my little YouTube stuff, I post my little reels, I post my little TikTok, my little kiki, my little haha. I started a little editing series on TikTok called Creators Corner, and I had stopped because a lot of things were starting to go downhill in my world, and I just took that as the opportunity to take a longer break than I had intended. The break was supposed to be a month, and I think I have been gone for probably 2 months. I haven't posted since January. That little Bahamas vlog that y'all got the other day was just me wanting to get rid of that content. I just wanted to vlog that trip just because I wanted the memories for myself. I just wanted to go back and watch it one day and be like, oh yeah, remember when I was in the Bahamas? Great, cute. That really wasn't for y'all, that was for me. But separate and apart from that, I wasn't really posting content. And it was getting to a point where I couldn't post anything in peace. My comments would be flooded with all type of negativity. My DMs would be flooded with all type of negativity. And you know, it's not even a case where I said something or I did something that I wasn't supposed to or anything like that. Because if you know me, I used to be talking out my ass on Twitter, to be honest. I used to be giving my input in things I did not need to give my input. I mean, I don't know if I got to catch up to me now or what, but I'm not problematic. I have grown a lot and I mind my business, and trouble just seems to be following me, and I don't really understand why. I've been staying out of the mix. I don't mix and mingle with certain people. I don't let certain people in my space. I have been inside for, you know, majority of last year, especially into this year, and honestly, I just couldn't understand why so much did I reach me. So honestly, I just decided to remove myself from the equation for a while. Wow, I love this concealer so much. Goes on like butter. Yeah, I don't know what has been going on lately with this whole hate train, I hate Shelby thing going on, but everybody just jumped on my throat. I can't say shit in peace. This is something I'm going to teach you guys as influencers or content creators or whoever is in the media. You see, once anything negative is being said about you, you don't always need to debunk it. You don't always need to address it, because guess what? At the end of the day, people are going to say what they want to say. People already believe what they want to believe about you. And anything you say after, especially if you wait too long to say something, they won't care. And at the same time, it's like you're bringing up situations that you don't need to bring up, or you're just reminding everybody about the situation for them to go and talk about it again, especially if you're trying to move on from that situation and move on with your life. And at the end of the day, not everything needs an explanation, and honestly, you just don't need to explain yourself to nobody if you don't want to. That's how I see it. I don't want nobody an explanation to nothing. It is what it is. I'm moving on with my life, and I think y'all should move on too. But a lot of little things I've been seeing or hearing, and you know, sometimes when you're going through things, that is when you realize who your real friends are, or you realize who's actually in your corner for you. This year started out very, very, very rocky for me. Let me tell you when everything started going downhill. You see, that first week of January, I was so pumped. I was so ready to take on the year. The second week, my life just started so. Things were happening back to back to back, and I really and truly just could not understand why. Like, every day I ask God, like, why are you doing this to me? And when I decide to share certain things with certain friends, or probably my father, or, you know, they would say, honestly, when you start elevating in life, that is the time that you start to face a lot of trials and tribulations, and maybe God is doing this so he can give you something better. In the moment when a lot of things happen, you're never going to see the bigger picture, and you're not going to understand why certain things are with you. And in that moment, I did not understand. I never want to understand, because me just step on the fact saying, yo, why this happened to me? Why are these things happening to me? Because when I tell you, it's a lot of stuff that happened between January and now. We're in the middle of March. I do not know how I am still standing. I don't know how I am here smiling open on the face. I don't make up. I don't know. But here I am. God has brought me through. I really tried my darn hardest to put my faith in him, because for a little while I was just not feeling myself. Honestly, from last year I wasn't feeling myself, and then this year I told myself I was going to try and have a new mindset, a positive attitude. And right, for me, I have the positive attitude, things are reaching me. God, you do know how to test me. You know how to test my patience. Oh my gosh, this blends out so beautifully. Like, what? Girl. Another thing that I realized with my makeup, I'm so sorry to be off topic, but another thing I realized that I was doing wrong with my makeup, when they said beat the face, I I was really beating my face, and I should have been doing light taps. That's why I wasn't getting that beat face look, that matte look, that bright under eye and everything. Because I beat out the whole of the makeup till none left on my face. You know what I'm saying? That's that. And I honestly, at one point, because so many things were happening, but it just want to disappear. I started to question myself. I started to question my purpose, as I was saying earlier. And I just didn't know what direction I wanted to go in anymore. I was starting to wonder if this was the right path for me, if I was doing the right thing with this whole content creation thing and putting myself out there and being the face of everything and whatever. And to be honest, people that always know me. Maybe not a lot of people, but what I'm trying to say is I'm already this far and I might as well continue. I was in a dark place and I just don't think I should throw that all away for a dark moment. I don't think I have a dark life. I don't think I have a bad life. I just think I go through a lot of shitty ass moments. I don't really understand why. Me don't know why God really put me on the strongest soldier list. Me really don't want to take me off, but alas, here we are, trying, persevering, doing what I gotta do. And I'm not gonna lie, even sitting down doing this video right now, I feel so good. I feel so prim and proper, and my era girl, and things are going for me, but I'm just gonna accept it. I was also very hesitant about talking about any of what I was going through from the start of this year till now, because the internet has a way of turning on you, as I have experienced. And sometimes as content creators, we might go through things, and because you people will nitpick at everything and behave like we're not humans, we don't feel safe enough to say certain things, or we don't want to be vulnerable anymore, we don't want to be transparent anymore, because we love to take things and tell people, we love to throw it back in people's face. So that's why a lot of people don't say anything anymore. A lot of people don't share certain things with you guys anymore. I don't even know if I should get a car right now that I would even post about it, because look how the man go post in GLE and y'all are tearing him up from the enough money buy it, or wait to get money from to buy that, or the payment plan. Y'all just can't see someone have something and just be happy for them. Instead of not nitpick at everything and come up with their own theories as to how some people acquire some things. I can't. Like, I love doing my job and stuff, but I just hate the negativity, and that's why I have been so much more reserved. But at the same time, I am just so sad about it, because I remember there used to be a time where I was very vulnerable. I was very open and transparent with you guys about how I was feeling. I also did make a conscious decision to stop coming on the internet when I am depressed, quote unquote depressed. I'm also going to try to stop using that word. I always told y'all that there is power in the tongue. I'm gonna stop using that word. I'm in a funk. I told myself I would stop coming on the internet when I am in a funk, because I want to come and entertain. Understand? Of course, there are 1 or 2 times when I come and make it say, yo, I was not having a good time, XYZ, whatever, and I'm back now. But I'm not going to take the camera and put it in my face when I am going through it. As much as other influencers love to say, oh, you can't tell anything from a little 5-second clip. People are not stupid. People can read body language. People can tell when something is off. Not all the time. They're not right all the time. I can attest to that. But a lot of times, things show in people's body language is because we're human. We can't hide every single thing. You understand? I refuse to hide a part of me from the world because of negativity. Because at the end of the day, people are always going to talk. People are always going to say what they want to say. And really and truly, me just have to know in myself say, no matter what, I will not always get or experience the good side of social media. No matter how much I preach and I talk about, you know, people must stop doing this and stop doing that, there are people who are still gonna do it because they don't care. So how does that powder come out? How does this work? Guys, I got this blush, this e.l.f. camo blush, and I think it's the dupe. I think it's the dupe for Rare Beauty. I tried it the other day and I am in love. 1 dot, 2 dot, 3 dot, because I love blush. I really did not want to admit how I was feeling publicly because, as I said, y'all like to really throw things in people's faces, and I didn't want that to be the case. But honestly, I cannot control what the media does, and to be honest, I was not made to sit in a cubicle. I was made to create, and create I will. That's just what I was put on this earth to do. Okay, I probably put on a little bit too much of this shit. I probably did put on too much, but it's okay. It's okay, it's okay, it's okay. We're gonna set all these creams with my new Charlotte Tilbury Airbrush Flawless Setting Spray. Okay. I was made to create content, whether it be for other people or for myself. That is what I love to do, and I am not going to put it down just because of a few negative comments or a few negative Nancy's, or because maybe one day we feel like the world are in and I'm being dramatic, and probably I was PMSing or something and I felt like everybody was against me. Hey, I've been having a couple of those days. I am really going to start putting myself out there. I have been going through this mental battle where I didn't know if I wanted to put myself out there or I wanted to be an aesthetic, mysterious girly. If you follow me on TikTok, I went on live before I took all this break, and I was gonna do this for funsies, do it for a little joke and say, you know, a week in the life of an aesthetic, mysterious girly. And I started off doing that, and it just became my life. It became my life. I wasn't posting half as often as I used to. I was not chatting as much as I used to. I was just living my life off the air, and I understand why other people do it now. There was so much peace. There was not as many problems. I scroll on TikTok, I laugh, I turn it off, and I go watch Vampire Diaries, even though I've watched it 50 million times before. I was fine. I was perfectly fine not being in the face of social media every single day. And that is a part of me that I don't think I will get rid of. I will be promoting myself and my brand, you know, my YouTube, my businesses, my future businesses. When it relates to the more personal stuff, or probably just say a little thing I want to talk about it, I am shutting up. I don't need to say anything. I just need to live my life and go about my day. So that's what I've been doing. I was made to be a star, and a star I will be. It's probably gonna take me a lot longer than the average person, but it's gonna happen. There will be days where I'm gonna be like, show this not work out. Granted, I already know those days are coming. Not every day is going to be peaches and cream. If you know me, you know that. So, but I feel like say I'm going to be all zen and wow, everything in the universe is so magical and it will happen my way. No. I have to accept the bad. It's being realistic, it's being logical. But yeah, I just want to continue on the path that I started because one, I know there's more for me out there. I know I can do more. And I also kind of want to open a gateway for Jamaicans. If you know me, you know I've always said that I didn't want to be stuck doing local stuff. So a little promo them on I don't want to do that forever. Like, it's fun now because, you know, the local brands are finally starting to recognize me. I'm grateful for that because, as I said, I've been in the game for a while and y'all just seeing me? Y'all just seeing me now? I'm not mad though. I'm not before it's time, so I am not upset. What the fuck am I doing? Shelly, you don't think this is a little bit too bronze? Yes, again. Yeah, I really do want to be some type of gateway to connect international with Caribbean or with Jamaica, because there are so many talented people out here. There are even more talented people here than probably in the United States, Canada, and the UK, and we're just not getting recognized because we don't have the resources. I want to have the link some way, somehow. I want to find it for myself. And if I can find it for myself, I can probably extend it to everyone else. But I just don't want to be sitting here doing the same goddamn thing all the time. There is just so much more that I could be doing. I want to go on a brand trip with NARS. I want to go on a brand trip with Fenty, or I don't know, bigger brands, CoverGirl. I want to go to Fashion Week. Something. I just don't want to be stuck here going to the same damn parties. I don't want nobody to call me, ask me if I do a hosting at a party. I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that. I'm sorry. I gotta be thinking big, bitch. I am thinking bigger, and bigger is what I want for myself. So I don't want nobody to feel like, say, I had my hype on, oh, she doesn't want to do anything with Jamaicans, or Jamaican is not our target audience. I'm not saying that Jamaica is not my target audience. I just want more. And there's nothing wrong with wanting more. Do you realize that's how I started? When I started YouTube, local brands were not looking at me. It was the international brands that were looking at me. I got the Mayel Organics, I got the Curly Bells, I probably don't even know them people. Elf Camel Girl, Elf. The molecules. Whether it's someone on their PR team or their marketing team or whatever, somebody recognizes me enough to be sending me PR packages, to be sending me all these things. This whole vanity was gifted by an overseas brand. Somebody locally would I never give me this? And that's what I'm saying. Like, I want more for myself, and I know it is out there. I just need to find an easier way for us to get recognized. I really want to find a way where international brands will take us seriously and see that we do have influence and we do have some type of impact, because a lot of them, I realized last time when they want to work with me, they ask to see, my audience. And in the early stages, a lot of them would see Jamaica and they'd be like, no, we have no audience in Jamaica. Gotta fucking up my bag. And I have to be out here lying to get stuff. But I digress. We'll talk about that another time. Those are just some things that are on my mind. My blush is showing, but I feel like I need a powder blush on top of it just because. Another thing that I kinda wanted to touch on is the fact that when I started my editing series, y'all know that it was not very far out of reach for me. It was something that I probably would have been doing even if it was not getting popularized, right? I always wanted to do an editing course, a paid editing course where, I literally have a class and everything. And I have been holding off on it for so long because I was afraid that either it wouldn't sell or nobody would be interested. And I am so mad at myself because that was my little limiting beliefs, and me being stuck in Jamaica thinking that I could only target Jamaicans with my digital products, and it hindered me from doing what I actually wanted to do. There are also other things that I wanted to do and didn't do out of fear or out of, not wanting a negative response from Jamaicans. Not anybody else, Jamaicans. And I just want to give myself one thumping on my back, because why the hell do I care? Why do I care? There are so many other people, no shade, no tea, that don't have as much knowledge as me that are offering ebooks and they're making money. And me, they are sitting on the talent and not doing anything about it. That is absurd. That is absurd. And it's going to stop. Y'all are going to be sick of me. Y'all are going to be sick of me. So at the end of the day, there are certain goals that I want to achieve. There are certain aspirations in life that I want. And I really need to stop letting fear get in my way. And I don't know why I am sitting down on my talents when I could be using them up and gaining some passive income. I'm getting older. I am all of 25. And this is probably the first time I ever said this on my channel. I actually said my age out loud. I'm a proper adult. My frontal lobe, it developed probably from me at 23, to be honest, but it really hit me last year when I turned 25. And there are just things that I really want in life, and I should not let people I don't even know hinder me from getting those things. So, with that being said, I will be promoting the heck out of myself. And as long as whatever I'm doing is legal, I will be doing it. And that is also a reason why when this whole Tops and Roses thing started, I never really condemn it, because if it's an honest living, and people found an easier way to make money, I don't know why people are upset. Why are you upset? Because you don't have the courage to go on live and ask for the Tops and the Roses. I just don't feel like I want to get up on the Tops and Roses every day. That's just a lot for me. And honestly, that in itself is probably a 9 to 5, because you see some of the people that be doing that, they're on there morning, noon, and night. I do not know when they eat. I don't know when they sleep. But honestly, that's a whole nother job. Tops and Roses is a whole nother job. So at the end of the day, everybody work for their own, and you probably just need to get up off your ass and work for your own as well, and stop being a hater. And honestly, during this time where I was feeling a little bit down or not myself, I kind of just step back and pray some people, and not in the way that y'all think. So when I say pray some people, I mean I just really evaluated some situations, and I came to the conclusion that I don't know how to set boundaries within friendships. So I had this thing, and honestly, I don't even think it's just friendships alone. I think it's just with anything. Someone will ask me to do something or be there for them in a certain way, and I'll probably have something going on. And before I tell them no and just deal with what I'm dealing with, I will literally put whatever I have going on to the side and go tend to whatever they're asking me to do without processing my emotions, without processing anything that I have going on. And I realize it has become a problem, because at the end of the day, after I have finished tending to everyone else's needs, mine was left unattended, or mine was not tended to. But I don't care about myself. I was never the first priority in my own life. And that's crazy to me. That's really crazy to me, that I would literally put anything I had going on to the side to go deal with other people's problems. And then nobody would be there for me when it was time to deal with my problems. And I'm going to say this without, I hope nobody get offended. I'm not trying to say that there is nobody there for me at all. But they're not there for me in the way that either I was there for them, or they're not there for me in the way that I want them to be there for me. And at the end of the day, everybody is going through their own things, and you can probably explain to them how you'd want them to be there for you, and their mindset just not there to do that. And you just have to sit down and understand that. And you just have to understand that a lot of things in life that affect you actually has nothing to do with you. A lot of times when people treat you a certain way where you don't appreciate, or you're wondering like, why would this person do this to me? It has nothing to do with you, and it has everything to do with them and what they have going on in their lives. And not everybody is very expressive. Not everybody has emotional intelligence, and you just have to be okay with not getting closure with certain things, and you just have to understand that everybody is human and not everybody acts the same. But with that being said, I had to start setting boundaries for myself. There are a lot of people that I have been saying no to a lot more, especially this year. Even with things as simple as going for drinks, I have been saying no a lot, to the point where I don't even get asked to go for drinks anymore. And I don't really feel anyway, because I am working on myself. I am working on myself, and I want to be able to just sit down whenever I'm going through something. I just want to sit down talk to myself, let it out, whether I want bar, scream, shit, vomit. I just want to process all those emotions, let it out, evaluate, resolve the situation, and then let it go, and I can move on, and then I can deal with other people. That is what I have been having to do. Have been having to do. That's what I've been having. Yeah, understand? So I have the new one size until dawn mattifying waterproof setting spray. This is my first time I'm gonna be using it. Let me spray it on my hand first to see what it comes out. Okay, ready? So I found this pink lip gloss. I did promo for these people one time, right? I hated the lip gloss. I hated them. But I didn't have sense because, and it's a good thing I never threw them away. I just did not have sense because I didn't know that I could use them in lip combos. The other day I was like, wow, I really wish I had that perfect pink lip gloss that I could use for my lip combos, and I don't, and now I do. I have never looked this good. Overall, I'm a very understanding person. I think that is my biggest flaw. People will do me wrong and I will understand why they did it. It won't make sense, like it doesn't make sense, but I understand when people go through things, they do things that they don't really want to do, or because of the state or the frame of mind they're having in that moment, it causes them to do very unwarranted things. They do things illogically, they do a lot of things without thinking. I don't know, everybody's different, so I try to extend the grace to people. It doesn't mean that I don't feel the way I feel towards them, and I'm very big on principles. So if you do something wrong to me or you cross a certain boundary, if I value you enough, I'm going to confront you about it. If after I confront you about it, you behave very strange, or I don't know, it depends on your reaction to me confronting you. That will determine if I will just let bygones be bygones or I'm going to try harder. I always try harder before I give up. And I realize that these days I'm not have no more trying in me. I'm so tired of trying. I'm so tired of giving people chances. I'm really sorry if this has nothing to do with this conversation. I don't even know how I reached here, but here I am. But yeah, I'm just so tired of extending grace, but at the same time, I know I'm not the person that will not extend grace. I think I'm working on the forgiveness part and the forgetting part, because you know, them say you must forgive and forget. Sometimes I either forgive slightly and I never forget, or I just forget about it and choose not to forgive you. But I'm trying to step out of that and forgive for myself. If I'm forgiving someone, it's not necessarily for them, it's for me, so I can move on. Because one thing about the dog knows how to hold a grudge. I will hold a grudge and I will hold it for a very long time. I don't really like that about myself, but it is something I am trying to stop. And I'm trying to give the people opportunity to apologize when they done effed up, so it can help me with my healing journey, okay? But it's not always going to work out like that, and sometimes you really just have to let bygones be bygones. And as I said earlier, you have to be okay with not receiving closure. But yeah, I don't really think I have any other updates that are important to the internet. I think this makeup came out perfectly. I'm so proud of I never knew that this would actually look good. I always thought overlining would look crazy. If you haven't been following my business page, please go follow it. It's called the Seashells Abode, and if you don't know, I sell home decor appliances, and it's kind of a variety store because I'll be selling some other little knick-knack, paddywhack, give it up a bowl. And I will also be doing my editing course very, very soon. I'm trying to get the table of contents in order, scheduling all the content ideas so I can go film them and do the little screen recordings and stuff, so you guys can get that. I haven't really put a price on it just yet because I I kind of want to do it in 3. So I want to do beginner, intermediate, advanced, or either beginner and advanced, because I realized with the 2 little tutorials that I did on TikTok, even though I thought I broke it down, a lot of people still didn't understand, and that's because they just don't understand the platform itself. So in the beginner course, I will be doing the basics as well as, you know, just a touch into the advanced. And then for the people that are already familiar with the platforms and kind of already know what I'm doing, but they need a little more help, that's where the advanced version will come in. If you haven't been following my page yet, make sure you go do that. It's And I'm Shelby on Instagram, same as my YouTube. If you've gotten this far, please comment a purple heart. And just know that I love you guys. Thank you for watching this in entirety if you did. Yeah, just see you in the next one. Bye.